what is the truth, and whose truth are we talking about? I swear by Almighty God that the evidence I shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. Okay, let's try that without the religion. With a witness affirmation. I do solemnly, sincerely, and truly declare and affirm that the evidence I shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. We've got quite a few issues to cover in exploring the nature of knowledge. So when you work through the materials for this unit, we're studying some philosophical concepts related to how we know what we say we know, and that's referred to as epistemology, the study of ways of knowing, and then the study of ways of being, which is referred to as ontology. And with each of those, they tail back to what we understand by this word truth. So what is the truth? Whose truth are we looking at? And whose truth are we going to make a judgment on? The whole notion of studying the truth is as old as humankind, surely, and people have wondered how to explain it. But when you look at the way in which truth is situated within our criminal justice system, especially within the courtroom setting, you just have to look at that religious oath and the non-religious affirmation of truth and look at the wording of each one of those. So first of all, with the religious oath, look how the whole notion of this is that somebody is swearing something. So they're not just saying, look, I promise to tell the truth, on my mother's life, on my children's life, on my tortoise's life. They're not saying it like that. They're making a real solemn declaration. They're swearing. And especially if the person believes in a deity, then they're asking that deity to be their witness. They're calling on their God to witness to what they're saying. And even at the end, when they say, so help me God, it's as if they say, well, look, I'm trying to do my best here, but I need some help with this. Now, when I studied to be a Roman Catholic priest, we did this whole load of study on what was referred to as the Church's sacraments. But there's also something associated with sacraments, which not on the same level, but something referred to as sacramental. And I'd say that this religious oath does tend to be what the churches would call a sacramental here. Because with a sacrament or a sacramental, there are two key elements that you need, and they're called matter and form. So the matter is the physical stuff. I held a Bible in my hand. That's the physical. The form is what you actually say. So you must say those specific words for those words to be valid. Now, even though people of some religions don't like using a religious oath, or people of no religion choose not to use a religious oath, when the non-religious affirmation was written, look how it's tried to incorporate similar type of gravitas, similar type of strength in the words in which it's saying. So the person says they solemnly, sincerely, and truly. Why can't you just say, okay, I promise to tell the truth? But no, by saying it 3 times, then you're really declaring, wow, I'm going to tell the truth here. And you're not just saying, I promise to tell the truth, but you're declaring it, and then you're backing it up by saying, and I affirm this as well. But in the adversarial system we've got in courtrooms around the world, look how even the lawyers questioning people, whether it's the accused or the witness or witnesses, look how they just want a black or white answer. It's one extreme or another on a binary continuum. There's no space for grey in between. They want one or the other. Did the person say this? Yes or no? Did the person do it? Yes or no? But supposing you're thinking to yourself, well, look, I've just made this solemn vow or this oath, this affirmation to tell not just the truth, but the whole truth and nothing but the truth. How can you tell the whole truth if the whole truth is embedded in the shades of grey along the continuum between black or white? So did the person say these words? Well, yes, but they didn't really mean them, or they weren't going to act on them. They were just saying it just to get a point across. Did they say it, yes or no? Now this is really important, because even when it comes down to the foreperson of the jury giving their decision, again, it's this binary opposite they're being asked for. Do you find this person guilty or not guilty? Now, supposing they turned around and said, well, yeah, okay, they did it, but they didn't mean to do it, or they were under duress, so, you can't really punish them that badly for it, because they didn't intend to do it. There's no space for that. So the way in which this whole notion of truth is constructed within our criminal justice system, it's either one or the other. And the adversarial system of one person trying to get you to answer one way and the other person trying to get you to answer another, is showing that there are no stages of grey in between. And that's what's bringing us back to this whole notion of truth. So when you're studying this week's unit, looking at the nature of knowledge, how we understand what we say is knowledge, that equally applies to truth. So what is the truth? Whose truth is it? Because especially when it comes to the court systems, not everyone is telling the truth. Sometimes the person in the dock and the person in the witness stand have got totally opposite stories. So what is the truth, and whose truth is it?